Success is not a matter of luck. It's not about being born into the right family or having the perfect connections. Success, as I've come to understand it through the teachings of Myron Golden, is a matter of decisions, discipline, and direction. I used to think that success was some mystical destination only accessible to a select few. But Myron shattered that illusion. He taught me that success is predictable. If you do the right things, in the right order, with the right mindset, you will get results. So what are the right things? That's what I'm going to share with you. I'll walk you through 7 powerful actions inspired by Myron Golden that transformed my life and continue to guide me every single day. These are not theories. These are battle-tested principles. Myron didn't just talk about success, he lived it. From being broke and struggling with polio to becoming a millionaire, his story is a blueprint for anyone who dares to believe they can achieve more. Are you ready to take control of your destiny? Are you willing to challenge the excuses and step into your greatness? If so, then keep listening. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe. This could be the wake-up call your future self has been praying for. Number 1. Master your mindset. If your mind is not aligned with your goals, you'll never reach them. Myron Golden constantly emphasizes that success begins in the mind. I learned this the hard way. I used to sabotage myself with limiting beliefs. I'd say things like, I'm not smart enough, or, people like me don't succeed. Where do these lies come from? They come from years of conditioning, from our environment, our upbringing, and our failures. Myron once said, your thoughts are the seeds, and your results are the harvest. That hit me like a lightning bolt. I realized I had been planting weeds and expecting roses. I started listening to his teachings daily, rewiring my thinking. I replaced doubt with belief. I began affirming my goals instead of doubting them. And things began to change. A real-life example, Myron himself. Born with polio, he could have accepted a life of limitation. Instead, he chose to believe he was capable of greatness. He read books, attended seminars, and invested in his growth. He became a best-selling author, a successful entrepreneur, and a sought-after speaker. Not because of luck, but because of mindset. Ask yourself, what beliefs are holding you back? What if the only thing standing between you and your dreams is the way you think? Change your thoughts, and your life will follow. Mastering your mindset isn't a one-time event. It's a daily discipline. Number 2. Commit to continuous learning. One of the core teachings Myron drilled into me was that ignorance is a choice in the age of information. We live in a time where knowledge is more accessible than ever, yet so many people choose entertainment over education. Why is that? Because learning requires humility. It requires admitting we don't know everything. Myron is a learning machine. Even as a multimillionaire, he reads constantly. He surrounds himself with other high-level thinkers. He invests in courses, coaching, and mentorship. He says, you don't get paid for what you do. You get paid for what you know that makes what you do more valuable. That changed everything for me. I stopped watching hours of TV and started reading books. I listened to Myron's Boss Moves series and attended his virtual trainings. The more I learned, the more my income grew. Why? Because I became more valuable. Here's the thing. You don't have to be the smartest. But you do have to be committed. Are you reading daily? Are you attending seminars? Are you surrounding yourself with people who challenge you to grow? If not, you're stagnating. Success is not reserved for the gifted. It's reserved for the learners. If you want more, you must become more. And that means learning every single day. Number 3. Take massive action. There's a time for planning and a time for doing. Most people get stuck in the planning phase forever. Myron Golden taught me that clarity comes from action, not thought. You can think your way into confusion, but you can act your way into clarity. I remember attending one of Myron's live trainings. He said, you don't need another plan. You need to take action on the plan you already have. That was a punch to the gut. I had notebooks full of ideas but nothing to show for it. I was waiting for perfection. But perfection is the enemy of progress. Myron didn't wait for all the lights to be green before he started driving. He launched his businesses with what he had. He learned on the go. He adjusted as he moved forward. And guess what? That's how momentum is built. What are you procrastinating on? What idea have you shelved because it's not perfect yet? Start today. Do something. Make the call. Write the proposal. Launch the product. Action is the bridge between your dreams and your reality. Without it, all you have is a wish. Massive action creates massive results. Are you ready to get off the sidelines and into the game? Number 4. Build high-income skills. There are skills, and then there are high-income skills. Myron Golden defines high-income skills as those that allow you to create value in the marketplace and command premium prices. Sales, marketing, public speaking, copywriting, these are the skills that pay the bills, and then some. Myron became a sales legend because he mastered persuasion. He didn't wait for someone to hand him an opportunity. He created it by developing a skill that businesses desperately need: the ability to sell. I used to shy away from sales. I thought it was sleazy. But Myron reframed it. He said, selling is serving. If you believe in your product, it is your moral obligation to sell it. That changed my life. So I invested in learning sales. I studied Myron's techniques, practiced daily, and took every opportunity to sharpen my skills. Eventually, I closed deals I never thought possible. My income skyrocketed, not because I worked harder, but because I worked smarter. What high-income skill are you developing? If you're still trading time for money, you're one skill away from breaking free. Focus on value, not effort. The market doesn't pay you for your time, it pays you for your value. Number 5. Find a mentor and follow their blueprint. One of the fastest ways to succeed is to follow someone who has already done it. Myron often says, if someone else did it, you can too, just do what they did. It sounds simple, but so few people do it. When I found Myron, I was searching for direction. His story resonated with me. He had been broke, struggled with self-doubt, and battled health issues. Yet, he found a way to rise. So I decided to follow him. I bought his courses, joined his challenges, and mimicked his strategies. Guess what happened? My results changed. Because I stopped guessing and started modeling. Myron had already figured out what works. Why reinvent the wheel? Think about this. Would you rather wander through a jungle alone or follow someone with a map and a machete? Success leaves clues. Mentorship is the shortcut. Who are you learning from? Are you trying to figure it all out on your own? Don't. Find a mentor. Follow their blueprint. Your future self will thank you. Number 6. Multiply. Don't maintain. Maintaining is not a success strategy. Myron Golden taught me that we were created to multiply, not to maintain. That means we should always be growing, financially, spiritually, emotionally, and relationally. Most people aim to just get by. They want to make enough to cover their bills. But Myron challenges that mindset. He says, God didn't put you here to survive, He put you here to thrive. That shook me. So I stopped playing small. I stopped aiming for enough and started aiming for abundance. I looked for ways to multiply my income, my impact, and my influence. I automated parts of my business, created digital products, and started speaking publicly. My reach multiplied, and so did my results. What are you maintaining that you should be multiplying? Are you playing not to lose, or are you playing to win? You can't grow by holding on. Let go of scarcity. Embrace expansion. Multiply. Number 7. Operate in faith, not fear. The final and most important lesson I learned from Myron Golden is to operate in faith. Fear will paralyze you. Faith will propel you. Myron's life is a testimony to what faith can do. He didn't have all the answers, but he had belief. He stepped out anyway. Faith isn't just spiritual, it's practical. It means believing in your vision even when you don't see results yet. It means taking risks because you trust the process. I used to be controlled by fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of success even. But Myron taught me that fear is just false evidence appearing real. Once I began choosing faith daily, things shifted. I started speaking on stages, launching bold offers, and making decisions from possibility instead of panic. What are you afraid of? What if the life you want is on the other side of the fear you're avoiding? Choose faith. Move forward. Trust that you are being guided. Success isn't for the chosen few. It's for the few who choose. Choose to think differently. Choose to act courageously. Choose to grow relentlessly. That's what Myron Golden taught me, and that's what I want to pass on to you. These 7 steps aren't easy, but they are effective. They require you to confront your fears, stretch your limits, and embrace your potential. But if you do, the rewards are beyond what you can imagine. I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm far from where I used to be. And that's because I decided to take these principles seriously. Myron's life is proof that you can start with nothing and still create everything. If he did it, and I'm doing it, so can you. So what will you do today? Will you keep living the same story, or will you start writing a new one? The pen is in your hand. Now write your legacy.